Future Services Institute came to us with the Integrated Service Assessment Tool, the ISAT. It's more than simply an assessment. It's really a guide to engagement with a family. It's based on the social determinants of health. It's nicely broken down into these various domains that need to be fully functioning for a family to thrive and to move forward.
We go through and kind of talk about everything, so from the money, education, basic needs, and health.
Organizations that are a great fit with the ISAT have a need to see the many services integrated. So through the use of ISAT, staff will be able to ask families like, oh, I know you came in for this, but tell me a little bit more about all of these other aspects in your life.
The Future Services Institute has done a nice job in hearing what we need as social workers. All the workers have had input all the way through, so it's really been a team effort.
Our partnership with Olmsted County has been just such an asset to the creation of a tool like this. One of the key things to an assessment tool is its usability. We actually, went back and forth on the design that resulted in, many different iterations of these booklets. With all this feedback from all of our current and future partners, we'll be able to keep improving this and make it better.
One of the other neat things about this is these happy faces. What this is, actually, it's a Likert scale of how you're doing in that particular domain.
I think people really like the smiley faces because they don't have to verbally describe what's going on. Sometimes people don't want to get into a lot of detail, or they don't know how to express why they feel the way they feel, but we can still keep track of it.
The current assessment tools really didn't reflect the kind of work that we did. They were much more gathering information about an incident or an event and then coming up with some judgments and decisions about that. We're working with families around being able to move forward and thrive and that sort of thing. The ISAT is perfect for that.
We naturally do an assessment process as social workers, but I think this is different because it gives the family a little bit more opportunity to give their perspective. There are times when the worker is spending lots of time and energy on addressing a specific issue, and then you do the ISAT with the family and they are identifying their priorities are way over here.
I was working with a family and they were living with Grandma and Grandpa, and everything to me was fine with that situation. It was stable, but because of the ISAT, she identified that it was not. She identified that it was a problem area, and so instead of being focused on another area, we then focused on housing. We use it to identify goals, but then we bring it out and say, okay, well, this is where you were with this 6 months ago. Where are you with it today? So now this is our kind of living, breathing, both assessment tool and case plan.
Every family has a different vision for how things should go for themselves and for their children, and just honoring that is really important. I think the ISAT does a nice job of helping us honor their vision for their family and their future.
As we move into the next levels of our two-generation approach, we're going to be able to show that because of the relationship, because of the tools that we have, because of the resources that we have, that it's possible to move people out of poverty to a level of thriving where they're no longer dependent on the system. I mean, that's our ultimate goal.